The war in Ukraine has resulted in several embarrassments for President Putin and the Kremlin. From the infamous 40-mile-long Russian military convoy holdup near Kyiv because of logistic issues, to the sinking of the Slava-class cruiser Moskva, which was the flagship of the Black Sea Fleet, things haven't gone the way Russia would have wanted. But this is not all. There is more humiliation to endure. Ukrainian armed forces struck a Russian armored unit this week in the northeastern Ukrainian region of Kharkiv Oblast. The important part is that in that assault, a T-90M Proryv-3 Breakthrough 3 got knocked out. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes why the destruction of T-90M Main Battle Tank in Ukraine is very bad news for Russia. Let's get into the details. This video is sponsored by Nordvpn. Nordvpn is a premium VPN service available for macOS, iOS, Windows, and Android with more than 5,400 servers in 60 countries. But why use a VPN or virtual private network? VPN is an encrypted tunnel. A VPN can protect your privacy, which is threatened by many factors like data logging by internet service providers. It can also help you access contents which are blocked based on geolocation. Why Nordvpn? Its servers are fast and has zero log policy. Not only this, Nordvpn has taken one step further and recently introduced a new feature – threat protection. Threat protection prevents malware from getting on users' devices and blocks trackers, intrusive and malicious ads, and harmful websites. Use the link in the description to get up to 71% off the 2-year plan plus threat protection for no extra cost. At the checkout, use the code DEFENSE to get an extra month for free. On May 2nd, the Ukrainian military released drone footage showing strikes on the Russian armored unit. The command of the Special Operations Forces (SSO) of the Armed Forces of Ukraine (AFU) said, "In the Kharkiv region, during reconnaissance operations, our soldiers discovered clusters of enemy equipment, including heavy armored and lightly armored vehicles. An hour after the priority targets for the strike were determined, soldiers of the resistance movement coordinated a unit of one of the artillery brigades and adjusted the fire on enemy targets. It was added, as a result of joint work of soldiers of the Defense Forces of Ukraine, the losses of the Russians amounted to T-90 tank, destroyed, T-80 BVM tank, destroyed, MTLB, destroyed, MTLB, damaged." These claims were confirmed on May 4th after Ilya Ponomarenko, the Kyiv Independent's defense reporter, who shared an image on social media of what seems to be the remains of a destroyed T-90 tank. Andriy Zaplienko is seen reporting in the foreground. This represents the first confirmed loss of this variant. The Earl Vagonzavod-designed T-90M is an upgraded version of the T-90 tank, first introduced in the 1990s as an offshoot of the T-72, featuring improvements in terms of protection, mobility, and firepower. As per reports, upgrades to the tank were made from the combat experience of the Russian armed forces gained in Syria. The Russian Army tested it during the military exercise Zapad 2017. The initial batch of production T-90M tanks were only issued to the 2nd Guards M.I. Kalinin Taman Motor Rifle Division of the 1st Guards Tank Army in the spring of 2020. So it's a pretty new machine. Estimates indicate that around 100 of these are currently in service in total. Since the much-hyped but still not serial-produced T-14 Armata main battle tanks are unavailable for combat duties, T-90 is currently the most potent Russian tank in service. Many technical advances have been incorporated in the T-90M. 1. It has improved armor protection with Relict built-in explosive reactive armor (ERA) in place of the previous Contact 5. Relict is designed to better protect against shaped charges, and significantly reduce the impact of the armor-piercing, fin-stabilized, discarded Sabot APFSDS rounds. 2. T-90 features net armor on the lower part of its turret and slat armor at its rear to improve its defenses against rocket-propelled grenades by disrupting the fusing of the warhead. 3. The tank also has a countermeasure system which triggers smoke grenade launchers that can help conceal the vehicle if it's being illuminated by a laser beam. This reduces the probability of being hit by enemy anti-tank guided weapons. 4. It's fitted with NBC, nuclear, biological, and chemical protection, and automatic fire suppression systems. The tank's interior is lined with spall liner to stop projectiles and small fragments and minimize the damage inside the vehicle in case of a hit by lethal armament, which couldn't be completely stopped. 5. The T-90M features an improved 2A46M4 125mm smoothbore main gun, which has a longer range and is said to be 15 to 20% more accurate than the standard 2A46M gun of the T-90. The gun can fire APFSDS, HE, and HE frag rounds, plus the 9M119 reflex anti-tank guided missiles that have a range of 5 kilometers or 3.1 miles and can also engage low-flying helicopters. 6. The sensors and fire control systems have also been upgraded. The new Russian tank has a hunter-killer engagement capability. All said, these upgrades do not appear to make much difference, and the T-90M doesn't seem to fare better than its predecessors. Russia's most advanced operational tank getting destroyed on Ukrainian soil is a disaster on multiple levels. This is not just a battlefield loss, but also has much larger implications. It's fair to say that the Russian military's image has taken a beating since the so-called special operation started, and this will add to that. Russia is one of the top arms suppliers, and this kind of incident will certainly create a very negative image of its hardware, which will make future export deals much more difficult to come by. The incident also reflects Moscow's increasing willingness to commit such high-end material in this battle in order to gain an edge as it tries to get a decisive breakthrough in the eastern Donbas region. The news will be a major morale booster for the Ukrainian force, as they'll know that even the most advanced Russian weapons are not invincible.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.